Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. This is the co-feature chief support to Taylor Serrano tomorrow. This fight has been 2 years in the making, postponed multiple times, and now here we are.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His professional record, 29 victories, 3 defeats, 2 draws. He has 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the two-division former world champion fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and the former WBA and IBO super lightweight world champion, and the former WBO welterweight champion of the world, the pride of Las Vegas.
I think Jessie Vargas is going to get beat up. Liam Smith is really, he's battle-tested.
Vargas.
And he should be overall the bigger fighter. I don't think that Vargas should be at 154 pounds. When I first heard about it, his move to 154 about 4 or 5 years ago, about 4 years ago, I was like, what is he doing? Same.
Even, 154 pounds even for Liam "Beefy" Smith.
Is this supposed to be some type of final eliminator? What's going on with Kurbanov? Remember, we were supposed to see Teixeira versus Kurbanov in Russia. Kurbanov got a controversial win over Liam Smith. Currently, the mandatory is Tim Tszyu, WBO #1 ranked. Here's a blast from the past. Jessie Vargas headlined a pay-per-view with Manny Pacquiao.
In 1 pound lighter than Liam Smith. Smith coming in at 154, Vargas at 153. We're going to hear from both fighters in a matter of moments.
What do you mean, Bobby? We're covering both weigh-ins. Wake up.
We get ready to go for a crossroads fight at 154 pounds.
We're covering both weigh-ins. And if you want to see the Shakur weigh-in, you got to rewind back. They're currently doing interviews on Maximum Boxing. We're going to be checking in on that soon.
Part of his strategy. Chief support, 12 rounds for the WBO Intercontinental Junior Middleweight Championship.
Uh-oh. Fighters are real irritable when they're hungry, guys. Real irritable.
You don't do that to anyone.
And Jessie had a couple of words to say about that. There's been some animosity there.
He does have psycho killer eyes. Like the charming Hispanic millionaire playboy. But then he'd get the women home and he like to spank them and shit. If he was a movie villain, I'm just saying. If Jessie Vargas played the villain in a Lifetime movie, I'm saying he'd be able to play that role well.
Quickly, one thing that you're looking forward to most with that fight at 154.
Oh, I want to see how Jessie handles the weight. Let's not forget this is his first time at 154.
I don't like him at 154, man.
We've seen him in many battles, so this is the opportunity for him to show off his skill at 154.
It might be a body shot, bro. I see Jessie doing a funny dance and then getting stopped.
So we'll see how he handles that type of punishment.
The crowd coming alive here as these two weigh in. And we have Todd Grisham downstairs checking in with both fighters.
I appreciate that, Justin. I'm here with El Beefo himself, Liam Smith. What was being said there during the stare down?
Maybe it's a fight I'm gonna fuck you up. I can't remember the last person he did.
He's coming up in weight class. You feel like he's not really ready for your division, but yet he's promising.
I was watching that Gacy documentary earlier. I'm gonna finish it after Ozark.
I'll show that and I'll be the first to stop Jessie.
A pretty rambunctious atmosphere here. How excited are you to fight at Madison Square Garden with Katie Taylor?
I'm very excited. I'm privileged and honoured to be on a card with 2 superstars in boxing and to come in like chief support to that main event. I'm honoured and I'm looking forward to their fight also.
And you've been very open this week about if you don't live up to your own expectations, this may be your last fight. What are your headspace right now? What are you thinking as you make that?
I told you, it's a retirement fight for one of these fighters.
The final time for me, I'll show you what I've done in the gym. I'll show you my fire in my belly still burns, and I'll answer Jesse's questions for that.
All right, well, good luck to you.
Thank you. Nice one.
All right, Liam Smith, El Beefo, merchandise available now, known as Beefy, and here comes his opponent, who's still jabberjawing with Liam.
Yeah, so remember, basically, these fighters be hungry as fuck and real irritable. You know, so that's what that be. They be pissed.
Jesse, why are you so
I had a run-in with
right
an irritable, hungry Keith Thurman. I thought he was going to beat me up.
I'm really tired of it. So every time he smiles at me, he's going to smile. He's going to look at me. He's going to want to keep coming. And he's going to say he's not hurting. But believe me, it hurts. When a fighter smiles at you, when you're hitting him in the face, believe me.
Look, crazy eyes.
And I know it's going to hurt him. It's going to hurt him in the first round, in the second round, and all the way down until I knock him out.
Jesse, I've never seen you quite like this, but you feel like you've found a new leaf on your career, that you found power that you didn't know you had before. Where did it come from?
Why he looking at Todd like that, bro?
It came from a hard training.
Todd ain't do nothing.
With my brother Nico there, my father, who's my coach. You know, we've had a fantastic training camp, and I hope that everybody here enjoys the fight Saturday night. And if everybody's tuned in, I've always been the quiet one. But then again, when someone wants to disrespect you, you stand up for what you believe in. And I demand respect, and that's the reason why I'm ready to knock this guy out. I've never said it before in my career, but this fight, this one I will focus on.
All right, good luck to you. Jesse, everybody, fighting here tomorrow night, Madison Square Garden, Jesse Vargas versus Liam Smith. We go back to David Diamante.
Gracias por el apoyo.
Jesse Vargas and Liam Smith.
Yeah, those crazy eyes. So let's go check out the resumes real quick. Liam Smith, 33-1 with 17 KOs. He's been in some quality fights. Ant Fowler, this was a very close, very entertaining fight, and that was pretty much a career fight for both of them. But Ant Fowler is back. But basically, Liam Smith's fights lately have been career fights. The Carbano fight, a lot of people felt he should have won. Sam Eggington, that was somewhat of a significant fight on domestic level. You know, Jaime Munguia beat him up for 12 rounds. The two Liam Williams fights, you know, those are some wins right there. If you're into UK boxing, was some quality wins for him. Of course, the Canelo fight, Canelo body shot, had him rolling around on the ground and shit. You know, he's a solid fighter, very tough, very rugged, and, you know, he's got some power. He's not the type of fighter you want he's not a middle of the ring fighter. He's like, listen, if you don't move around, you don't want to be in front of him. Jesse Vargas, however, 29-3-2 with 11 KOs. Mikey Garcia dropped him at 147. Mikey Garcia's only really credible win at 147 pounds. Humberto Soto, okay, yeah, I remember that. They were going life and death. A draw with Tomas Delorme. A lot of people felt he beat Adrian Broner? I don't remember. But anybody who's got some punch output can beat Adrian Broner. All you got to do is just outpunch him and he shell up. The Manny Pacquiao fight, that was on pay-per-view. Stopped Saddam Ali. I don't really remember how the Timothy Bradley fight went. I got to go watch that over again someday. Antonio DeMarco, quality win. He's been in some he's been in some quality fights. But I just don't trust him at 154 pounds, especially after the layoff he's been on. Pretty much 26 months? And then before that, he was on a layoff. You know, and, you know, beating Humberto Soto don't really, you know, do nothing, you know, for you, in my opinion. Let's go check out the other fight on this card, and then we're going to move over and listen to the interviews. Maximum Boxing just went off. We're going to listen to the interviews from Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez as they talk to Max Kellerman. So you have an undisputed fight taking place between Franchon Crews-Dezurn and Elin Cederroos. This is at 168 pounds. If you don't remember, both Crews-Dezurn and Clarissa Shields made their debuts against each other, or had their debuts against each other. Let's go check this out.
And now to the scale, Elin Cederroos. 167.8, 167.8 for Cederroos. And now to the scale, please welcome Franchon Crews-Dezurn.
Yeah, she better make sure that shit don't get pulled out this time. She was smart to have it braided. Y'all remember that debacle?
166.8 for Crews-Dezurn.
Remember her coach snatched her wig off in between rounds? And it was a sew-in too? She hits hard too. She's got some power with her.
Cederroos coming in looking very big, very athletic, and you have Franchon Crews-Dezurn. A stiff matchup here, and she's looking to put on a show.
Oh, yes. The diva knows exactly how to bring a show to the palestra, and she's going to
He ripped that shit right up on her head, bro.
In the ring, for sure.
He's like, get that fucking shit off her fucking head. He's like,
Matchroom Boxing live on DAZN, Madison Square Garden.
She braided that fro hawk this time, though. Cederroos fought Alicia Napoleon on the undercard of Clarissa Shields versus Ivana Habazin. Remember Clarissa Shields' cousin or some shit had punched Habazin coach, put him in the hospital? It was that event. After it was rescheduled. And pretty much since then, Clarissa Shields has been having some issues with Showtime. So yeah, that is the undercard right there for Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. I am going to be covering these fights. So I'm going to have a post-fight video for, obviously, Crews-Dezurn versus Cederroos, Jessie Vargas, Liam Smith, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Wild card, I may or may not cover Austin Williams, Emma Williams versus Cordell Booker. I may not cover that, but I'm definitely doing at least these three. And then we're going to be live after the event.